whispers reaching my ears of warm intentions. Oh, Christmas will burn the coziest fire while wrapping love that's disguised as pretty presents. Everyone I know deserves a little bit of love. Every face I've seen through the year. Now's the time to see the good and try to rise above petty things that compromise our cheer. Oh, Christmas, the ground is fashionably green, but I imagine a scene with snowy sleigh rides. Oh, Christmas, let's take our kind.
I have all my stuff laid out here, or not all my stuff, but a lot of the stuff I've made, and I'm really impressed by everything that I've been able to do. As you can see, my drawers here are open. I took some stuff from the grid here, moved all this stuff around. This week I'm going to try to make a TikTok every day, and I hope to be able to do more neat stuff in the future. Right now I'm transferring video files from my SD card to a hard drive. That way I'll have space in the SD card at all times. I don't know if you can see it, but the name of the hard drive is Daniel. Don't know why he's named Daniel, I just named him that. I have another hard drive from my old computer, and its name is Harry Potter because it used to be a HP computer. And I also took some photos for the thumbnail, which I'm going to choose out and save on my computer desktop here on the side. Right now my reel is exporting, and I always do all my reels, all my YouTube shorts on Shortcut. I hate editing on the phone, and I think it's just so inconvenient. I use Shortcut because it's really easy to fix all the lighting and everything on here, and I use Davinci Resolve for video editing, but for this is real good. It's quick, it's easy. I thought that I was going to do something a bit more complicated with this reel. Well, it wasn't as complicated, but as you can see, it's only one video clip. But I think it'll be okay. Reels don't have to be super complicated.
So I'm just going to go ahead and choose a background color. So I've already created a color palette for this.
Today is Tuesday, November 15th. If you follow me on Instagram, you might notice that I've started posting reels again. I'm not a huge fan of doing reels in the first place, and it really sucks that Instagram is pushing for reels instead of photo posts like it used to be. And if it goes well, maybe I'll keep doing it, but we'll see. So far I have 2 up and I'm really proud of myself. The most recent one I put up though, which was just this morning or this afternoon or close to noon, is a reel just making fun of a time when I shared a work in progress with my husband. I asked for his opinion and he asked me if the cheeks on my characters are too big. You don't ask a kawaii illustrator or kawaii artist that kind of question. That's really dangerous. I just filmed a little bit, so I'm going to start editing it, and once that's done, I'm going to continue working on the digital download for Patreon this month. Another challenge that I am doing this week is that I want to learn how to make a repeating pattern, and I think it'd be cool because then you could take that repeating pattern and do a lot of things with it. It'll be fun to do. Repeating patterns is something I've never really been good at, so I've been watching a couple of YouTube videos, and so far I've gotten the flat colors down for the start of the pattern, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit after I finish editing the reel for tomorrow. Let's get started.
Frog everything. Frog stickers, frog prints, frog. So you'll be seeing a lot of that in this video. So if you like frogs.
The first time I used Instagram to make the reel, and it's kind of annoying because there was a certain song I wanted to use yesterday, but my video was 1 second too long. I couldn't use the sound, so I had a 7-second video but couldn't use it because there was a 6-second sound, which I think is the most ridiculous thing ever, and one more annoying reason why it's annoying to make reels. At least I know now. Like, I didn't know it was like that before. Maybe it's always been like that and I just didn't notice. I haven't made a reel in a while, I guess, or a reel that was too long, so I guess, I don't know, making reels is just annoying. It's going to be an artist versus art reel. Check mark for Instagram reel for tomorrow. We're good, so now we can work on the artwork. A holly, a star, the penguin, and the pine tree, but they're supposed to be cookies. I think of winter or Christmas in general, I think of the sugar cookies, which I'm not a fan of, by the way. But I thought it'd be cute to make them more like sugar cookies. Some candy canes, some marshmallows, and this is supposed to be hot chocolate. Do you guys see this? There is snow outside. The snow is beautiful, but it's also the worst thing ever for the southerner in me.
I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just...
This is how far I got last night. I finished rendering everything on here. I added this holly branch, this bow, and the snowflake. So the next step is to take this and arrange it the way you want it. I'll have the video I followed linked in my description below if you would like to try making your own repeating pattern as well. I have a duplicate file open. Make a duplicate in case we mess up. I'm going to start rearranging it how I want it. How am I going to do this? For now, we'll go with something like this. Definitely did something wrong because it's not a seamless pattern. So we're going to go back to the beginning. I finally figured it out. It took quite a bit of trial and error even with the tutorial. Isn't that beautiful? So happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really, really good. For our first repeating pattern, it's not too bad. I'm just glad I figured it out. So I had a problem even though I followed the tutorial. I think mainly it's this part here because the candy cane here is centered, but then everything else is going to make it off center because this cookie here is huge, the marshmallows are pretty huge, so it's not exactly a perfect size square. So when you go to use the snapping tool, if you go here on the arrow in Procreate, you click it. On the bottom left, there's the snapping tool. When you click that, it has this velocity, distance, magnetic snapping. You want the snapping on. And what the snapping does, you see that yellow line? It says that it's centered horizontally. So you want it to move it till you see the line vertically as well. So right here, you see the gold line vertically and the gold line horizontally. The problem with that is that because the candy cane is originally centered, now it's not centered even when there's the gold lines going vertical and horizontally. So that automatically makes it incorrect. So what I had to do was I had to keep moving it till it was like this. And when I did this, it kind of just snapped into place. Right now it didn't snap into place, this part. I added some extra stuff onto here after moving the original to the right and to the left. There was a gap. I filled it up a little bit. And then the thing I had the most problem with was moving this up and down, because that's the next step in the tutorial. You're going to move this halfway down, take the original and then move it halfway up. And then from doing that, it makes something like this. And this was where I was having the problem with, because once I made these smaller into 4 squares on this regular square canvas, these bottom candy canes didn't match up with these top candy canes, and then I would end up with this. This was the other time I tried, and then the bows weren't matching and everything was just going wrong. But eventually I figured it out, and now we have this beautiful seamless pattern. A lot of trial and error, but definitely worth it. Still snowing. It hasn't stopped yet. We have to go out and shovel the snow. Fun. So I turned it into a wallpaper on my iPad, and I think it's super adorable. Also made a wallpaper for my phone, and here is the bookmark. My husband really wants this bookmark, so I'm going to give it to him. This is a 4" by 6" postcard, and I also designed the back. If patrons want to send some postcards this year, they can. And it's super cute. I tested the size of the stamp thing here, and the stamps that I have covered, so it should be fine. Here's the pattern printed on a full sheet of paper, and this could be used for wrapping gifts or making little baggies. This is the last thing I'm printing and making because my ink is going to cry. I'm going to run out of blue ink. That's a lot of blue. Do you like that? And then that's pretty much it. Now you have a little gift bag you can use to put something in, candies, a gift. I'm gonna put a gift in here because I have a gift that'll fit in here. You can just use the whole sheet to wrap a gift. Today is Friday, November 18th. It is currently 3:17 p.m. and I woke up not too long ago. For someone who wakes up late already, that is really late. I have no clue why or how I slept for so long. I was even surprised when I woke up and checked the time. But anyway, I'm going to eat and then we will continue to do what we're going to do. Last night I started working on some artwork for a new product, and then I went to sleep usually at the time that I would when I go to sleep late, and it is what it is. So yeah, I'm having some shrimp fettuccine alfredo. I love fettuccine alfredo, and I think shrimp is the only seafood that should be in a pasta because everything else I've tried has not been good. Maybe lobster. This evening I'm going to record a podcast for Patreon. I'm going to have 2 this month, and the podcast that I'm going to record will be about group orders. Yesterday I did a record for the studio vlog. Took that day to record some reels, and I've been posting some of them on YouTube Shorts just to test it out and see how it goes. And although it does get like over 1K views for 2 of the 3 I posted, I don't know if I'm really into posting shorts. So if I do post shorts more, it's not going to be as often. You might have seen like the 3 in a row that I posted on YouTube. If you watched last week's vlog, my microphone stand broke. I think my mic wasn't even recording that well in the first place. So for this podcast, I'll be using my phone. Oh, also, I've been using my camera to record TikToks instead of my phone because my phone has a really crappy camera. The funny thing is, when I went and got that phone 3 years ago, I asked for a phone that had a really good camera. That is what I got, and it's really bad quality. And the colors on it don't look good at all. Here's my phone on this not so nice looking contraption. But this is what I was using before when I was recording reels and TikToks. I was using this arm here to hold my phone down. So I'm gonna have it like this to record a podcast. Not the most beautiful looking thing, but I'm gonna try it and we're just gonna go for it. Hello patrons, today I am going to talk to you about group orders, how it works, what it is. And before we start, I just want to go ahead and say that I am using my phone to record this, so if I sound a little weird or different from other podcasts, that is why. There's a couple of invoices that I had to pay. I actually went back and redid the pattern. Got some feedback after posting it on Patreon, and I did some changes to it. This is the original and this is the new one. Can you tell the difference? This one has more elements of all the artwork, and instead of a bunch of circles, it now has some squigglies. And I took the cookie outline off the penguin and the tree. As I stated earlier this week, they were going to be sugar cookies, but it didn't seem to translate well. As you can see in the old one, you don't have little penguins and little marshmallows or little candy canes like the other one. Hello, today is Sunday, November 20th, and if you can kind of hear something outside, it's a person who's coming by to scrape the snow from our parkings, and that's going to be happening a lot. Yeah, that's just something we have to deal with. Fun, shoveling snow. Just how it is, every time it snows, gotta go out, clean your car, shovel a bit, wait for the people to come clean your parking even more, clean the roads. Sometimes they even come in the middle of the night to clean the roads so everyone can go to work, go wherever they need to go safely, and that's going to be the routine for the next couple of months. Yesterday I went to something called Salon de la Femme. It's basically a place for females to go together to buy stuff that's catered mostly to females. And I guess you could say it's a convention for females. Also hot chocolate bombs, hot chocolate. I bought this clip because I wear these clips a lot, and I bought this from a small business, and it was a lot of fun. I went with my mother-in-law. I was supposed to meet two of my female colleagues there, but they weren't there, and they're the ones who suggested it. But yeah, next time. There's always next time. This past week I finished doing the digital download for Patreon, figured out how to do the pattern, and it's so nice to know how to make a repeating pattern now, because once you do it once or twice, the third time when I redid it, I did it so fast. I already had a sense of how to do it, how to fix the errors that we're having. So in the future, if I do another repeating pattern, it'll be easier. I think it's a really fun skill to have, so definitely try it out. Again, I'll link the video that I follow down below if you're interested in learning how to make one yourself. When this video goes up, my shop will already be running a sale. Everything in my Etsy shop will be 20% off starting today, November 20th, till next Monday, which is November 28th. So if there's anything you're interested in the Etsy shop, now is a great time to get them. I don't really do discounts too much, and usually around this time, like many other small businesses, it's the time I have the biggest discount for my items. In general, if you're buying anything from a small business, try to do it before the beginning of December, especially if it's for a Christmas present, and especially if you're ordering from someone outside of your country, because it's no guarantee that you will get it for Christmas due to all the traffic from Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and everyone else ordering from everywhere. So just to be safe, just order before December if you can, because even with the express delivery and all the other stuff, it's not going to be guaranteed no matter which shipping option you choose. Update on Instagram Reels. I was able to do a reel once every day. So from when I started, from Monday to Saturday, I posted at least one reel. When I posted them, the view count and stuff wasn't that great. I looked it up, and apparently there's like a certain time of day and certain days that you should be posting Instagram reels, and that seems pretty complicated. Or you're supposed to be posting reels when you notice it's the best time for you and your followers. When I posted the reels, there weren't really that many views, but as of right now, like some of them are starting to pick up. A while back ago, maybe a year or two ago, I posted my candy shaker charm reel here on Instagram, and it had really low views, and then 2 weeks later it kind of just skyrocketed up from like 2k views to 48k views. And of course, I believe it depends on the interaction and stuff that you have on the reel. I'm usually someone who doesn't enjoy posting or making reels because that's a lot of work, but honestly I had a lot of fun doing them. It's possibly because I haven't done them in a while, and also gave me something else to do other than just drawing all day, which is what I would usually do if I wasn't going to make a reel. Because when I'm making art for digital downloads or for the monthly Patreon theme, I usually just take the week to finish all the artwork. I would try my best to continue making reels, because every once in a while it's not bad, but then I'm going to calm down with it and probably try to do 2 to 3 each week for however long I feel like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. No. No, no. This is hard.